What's going on, everybody? Checking in, Rap Therapy Live. Haven't done this in a little while. We ported over to YouTube. We're going to operate from YouTube for probably the rest of this year. We could share these to Facebook. Facebook was really jacking up the live videos, making it pixelated, messing up the audio. So we did a couple of test runs with YouTube. It's working out. So today I want to talk about who is the NBA MVP and how does that relate to life with happiness. So yesterday I saw LeBron James play the Boston Celtics with his new team, and it became clear who the NBA MVP is. In that game, it became very obvious to me. Kyrie Irving. And here's the deal. This goes back to last season when a trade was demanded. Kyrie Irving beat up the manager, LeBron James, in the back offices by threatening a knee surgery if he was going to make him stay. Kyrie wanted out. And do you know why that is? Because nobody wants to play with LeBron James. He is a horrible human being when it comes to basketball. He doesn't appear to enjoy the game at all, for one. Two, he is willing to be abusive toward anyone at any time for any reason with no consequence. Now, if LeBron James was your manager, I want you to recognize what you're watching as the toxic messages come through the TV screen and are allowed by the NBA, because I'm pretty sure there are no human resource offices in the NBA that are going to manage anything. It's based on one thing: who's the talent, cater to that person. Now, that being said, is LeBron James a tremendous talent? I haven't really seen him be amazing, but he is the best football running back in the entire NBA, and he can bully his way to get wherever he wants, whenever he wants, because he's a monster. I'm not really inspired by his play, and I'm actually have to change the channel when I watch him as a human being, not a basketball player, but as a human being. I can't stand to see him be so toxic, and I can't receive those toxic messages myself. Now, where is the evidence of that? If you tune into SportsCenter today, you're going to see the tail ends of the evidence of that. And you're going to say, oh my God, these new kids are amazing. LeBron James made the correct move. But no, these are young kids that don't know any better. They don't know. They're going to get bullied and harassed as soon as they make mistakes. And the one thing that they've got going for them is this positive attitude, because LeBron James hasn't destroyed it yet. And he will, whether it's this year or next, because he's going to only constantly demand more from people. And when they don't deliver it, he's going to be a bad human being. Now, Isaiah Thomas had to go over to the Cavs in that trade, and I thought, oh my God, no, that poor man. He is going to have to suffer under the LeBron James regime, essentially. And so here's where life with happiness comes in. Life with happiness. Isaiah finally gets traded. Oh, what a great day for him. I tune into the Lakers now just to watch Isaiah Thomas play basketball because it's truly inspiring. He is an explosive, electrifying talent. Was he in the MVP conversation last year? I don't know, but he did a tremendous job with the Celtics. And I knew taking him over to LeBron James, especially with a hip injury, LeBron James was going to be entirely unforgiving, which is what happened. So if you want to see the evidence of making a choice to follow life with happiness, then watch SportsCenter today and look for Isaiah Thomas and Jay Crowder, who got traded over to the Jazz, the Utah Jazz. And when they interviewed him, he said, I feel like a kid again. I feel like I'm excited to play the game of basketball again. And you know what? The same message came from Isaiah Thomas when he went to the Lakers. It's like I got my spark back. Immediately that day, the first game back, the first game, after not having to play with LeBron James. Jay Crowder and Isaiah Thomas both state that they feel like they're playing the game of basketball for joy and the love of the game again. And their stats improved. Isaiah Thomas went from shooting 30-something abysmal percent to shooting almost 60% in one game. Cavs, 30%. Lakers, almost 60%. He doubled his efficiency when he left an abusive environment. And so did Jay Crowder. And think about that the next time you go to work and you realize that your manager is abusive to you and you are trying to perform in an abusive environment. It's not you, ladies and gentlemen. It's the environment. And it's the choices that we have let these people continue their regimes for too long, continue to be what is termed as unabated, meaning if they can successfully bully anyone who challenges them down or out of the system, then they win and they get to continue to be the dominant person in that environment. And dominance in the business world is something that people pine after. They honestly will do whatever it takes to be the dominant person. And that's not the way that the working world should be. Not here in America, not this far evolved from the industrialized nation we once were. We need to be civil to each other, and it's bleeding into our public education system, and it's carrying on into the work world. We're not addressing it in public education, and we're not addressing it in the work world, and we're watching it be performed in front of us in the NBA every time LeBron James steps on the court. It's okay to change the channel when you see him being abusive. And it was horrible yesterday because he gave the evidence that he is merely an abuser toward anyone he doesn't like all the time, because these new people who he doesn't yet dislike, he treated like they were family. Can you imagine what the team would have been like with those stars before if he had treated them like family? So today, make a choice to treat people like family. And if you don't like your work environment, don't tolerate that. You are valuable to the owner of your business. And when you make a choice to leave, they have to fill your spot. And that's very hard for them. And if enough people leave, eventually, they may realize that they have an abusive manager working for them. Isaiah Thomas is a tremendous employee. Jay Crowder, tremendous employees. Put them underneath LeBron James, horrible employees. Release them out from underneath LeBron James, and they become fantastic employees. And that's the life with happiness choice. Make the choice to go work somewhere where you are empowered and not abused. Don't base your decision on money. Base it on your happiness. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for checking in with Rap Therapy live on YouTube.